Okay, Bill, it says I'm live. Can you check that out? I am live. Yep. All right. This has changed again. So, hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins and it's Thursday night, which means it's One Sheet Wonder night. I didn't give any prep or notice that I was going to go live, but yes, I am live. It is almost 8 p.m. It used to be I could push a button and then at 8 I could push another button and go live. But now when I click the button, I am instantly live. So I'm on a little bit early, but not too bad. So it gives us time to chit chat here and let me know that you can hear me good and you can see me and that yes, I am live. Bill confirmed, but if somebody out there, hello. Linda, hello. Janice, you finally caught me live. Awesome. So, yep, tonight we are going to be making 6 cards using this month's Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit featuring the Easter Joy 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. Now, this is a specialty paper. It is, if you remember back in the day, we used to have glossy white paper. It reminds me of glossy white paper, but it is printed and it is double-sided. So it's just a little bit different designer series paper than what I was used to working with. But gorgeous prints. You're going to love the cards. We're going to create 6 from one 12 by 12 sheet. These are perfect little Easter cards or for springtime. If you have springtime birthdays or anniversaries, thinking of you, get well, really pretty springtime cards to brighten the recipient's day for sure. So it looks like I am good to go, everybody. It is 8 o'clock, so I am going to get started. Like I said, we're going to be using the Easter Joy Specialty Designer Series paper. And this paper pack is in my February Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit. So tonight's One Sheet Wonder download project sheet will be available to my card club members. If you are in my One Sheet Wonder club, you will have access to tonight's download project sheet as well. If you're not in either of my clubs, you can email me, say I want the, what is today, February 5, One Sheet Wonder with the Easter Joy, and I will send you a PayPal invoice for $9.95. So there's 3 different options, 3 different ways to receive tonight's download project sheets. Let's change the camera and get started. All right, so here is the gorgeous paper that my card club members will be receiving this month. Again, it is a specialty paper. It is called the Easter Joy. You can tell right here, this is what our One Sheet Wonder is going to be created from for tonight, because Stampin' Up kind of did the One Sheet Wonder for me. We're going to create 6 cards. We're going to cut this up. We're going to have the 6 different views. I'm going to show you how you can embellish these with the coordinating bundles. Now, if you are in my card club, you do not need the coordinating Easter basket bundle to create your club cards, but if you want to do the One Sheet Wonders on Thursday nights or the bonus cards that are in the photo gallery on my blog, then you're going to want to purchase the bundle. So we're going to start with this print right here. Obviously, whenever a designer series paper pack comes already pre-done like this for me, you know I'm going to take it and make it into a One Sheet Wonder. So we're going to put this in and we're going to cut this in strips that are 4 inches by 12. Like so. And then we're going to take these and we're going to cut them at, I believe it is 6 inches will get you. And we're going to do a little bit of cutting. So actually with Stampin' Up's One Sheet Wonder sheet, you get a little more waste than when I do my One Sheet Wonders. So you're going to end up with 6 of them that are 4 by 6. And then we're going to cut them down so that we can fit them on a regular size card front. So let me see. I'm going to start with this one right here. And I want it to end up being 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So the first thing I'm going to do is come over here and cut this down to, oh, looks like 5 5/8. And all I do is just keep trimming around until I come up with the size I want without taking away a lot of the background. So that's my 5 1/8. And then I'm going to cut this down to, let's see, 3. I want it 3 7/8. So I can take it off the bottom or I can take it off the top. I think I'm going to take it off the bottom. So we have this right here. I'm going to come in with a piece of balmy blue and we're going to put that on here as a mat. So you'll just get a little bit of that blue showing all the way around. Boy, I don't know about you, but the colors on my computer are way different than the colors here. They're more muted and they're brighter in person. All my card bases tonight are going to be the thick basic white, and they're all 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. So let me set that aside. And we're going to take our bone folder and give that a nice good hard crease there. We're going to attach this to our balmy blue base. So let's get a little bit of that blue showing. Just like that. And then we're going to attach it to our white card. I did quite a bit of the prep work tonight, so these should go really quick. Just like that. Now I took the bundle, let me get that. I took this little guy here and I stamped him on basic white using black Memento ink and then used the coordinating die to die cut him out. And that's him right here. And then I took the tulip, the same thing, did it on white, and I cut it out with a coordinating die, and then I colored it in with the Pretty in Pink blend and then the Shy Sandrock blend. And then for my sentiment, I used the little Hello Spring right here, and I stamped it in white, on white, using my Shy Shamrock. And then I took this new little punch right here. It is a 3 banner punch. And I punched it out. This banner punch works great for that sentiment in the stamp set. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this up. So let me see if I can pop that up with these bigger dimensionals. Plenty good. So I'm going to put my dimensionals on the back. And then I'm going to put it right down in this bottom corner here. Make sure that looks straight. That looks good. The little bunny, not a whole lot of coloring. I'm going to just take the blend and I'm going to do the light. And I'm just going to color in his ear here. And if you want to give him a little bit of a cheek You can give him a little bit of cheek, totally up to you. And then I just colored his nose. So not a whole lot. We're going to pop him up. And let's see, do I got some tiny dimensionals? Or are they all big? Looks like they're all big right now. So right here are some small ones. I just want a tiny one on his ear here. And a tiny one on that ear there. He is so cute. We're going to pop him up right there. We're going to take our flower. We're going to put a dimensional in the larger portion of it, and then we're going to just put adhesive on the bottom half. And he's going to be hanging on to that, just like that. Then we're going to take the coordinating Easter assortment. Now this is optional. If you don't want to put these on, you don't have to put these on. But how cute and quick card is that? I mean, it's just so pretty in person. I don't know how it's showing on your screen, but more vibrant in person than it is showing on my computer screen. My granddaughters are going to love this. They are. They are just going to think it is so cute. And then I'm just going to put a couple of these little Easter assortments. Now you can use these are like little gingham Easter eggs. So cute. And like I said, you don't have to put this on if you don't want to, but I think it just adds a little something to it. So cute. So that's the first card. Now the next one, we're going to use this print right here. Again, we're going to cut it down so that it is 3 7/8. And I think I'm going to just do a little bit on this side and then a little bit on this side. And then we want it to be by 5. I gotta make sure that we're getting, I want it to be 5 1/8. So like I said, you're gonna have a little bit of waste. Not a whole lot. So there's that one. We're gonna mat this one. Actually, no, we're not gonna mat it. We're gonna put it directly to our basic white cardstock. And this is the thick. And that's going to go on here. Now this one, I did not need to cut it down to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, but it just gives you a little bit bigger white border. No biggie there. But if you wanted to leave it at 4 by 5 1/4, you have that option. All right, so there's that. Then for this one, I took this little guy here. No, yeah, this one and this, and I stamped it on crumb cake using early espresso ink, die cut it out, and then I also die cut that basket. Super cute with that bow and then the grass. So I've already assembled it all. So here's that. You have the basket, the grass. I hand cut some of the eggs, but there is a egg die that does fit some of the Easter eggs on the paper. So I put them behind there and I put my little guys in there like that. So what we're going to do next is I die cut this little trim that's right here. And we're going to put that over this. So I got my dimensionals on there. Like I said, I did a lot of the prep work just because of this little die cut and stuff. It does take a little bit of time. So we got that on there. And then I have my little bow here. Now I'm going to wait to put my bow on when it's on the card. So I put all my dimensionals on the back side. A lot of the dimensionals are holding the eggs in place, the grass in place. So there is a lot of dimensionals on the back. All right, so we're going to put that little guy right in there like that. We're going to take our, and I double stacked the mini dimensionals because we're already up in the air there. So I need that double stack. I'm going to put some adhesive on the edge there. And we're just going to put that along this edge just like that. How cute is that? And then we're going to come in with our little gingham Easter eggs here. And I'll just put a couple of those across the bottom, I think. And maybe I'll stick one up here on the... But how quick and easy is that? Isn't that adorable? Now for the inside, you could stamp one of your little bunnies either in white, black, and then color it in with the blends, or you could stamp some of your flowers and put those in, color them with the blends, or you could color these in and stick them in. Because remember, when you color with the blends, it will bleed through. So if that bothers you, then I would die cut them and color them and then just stick them on the inside. The same with the little bunny. You can easily do that with the bunnies as well. So card number 2 is super cute, and how easy is that? So the next print is this one right here. Now what I did was I took the blends, and I have a pile. I have the Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, Lemon Lolly, and the Peach Pie, and I went ahead and I colored in those flowers. So it looks like this. All right. So yes, you can color on this with your blends. So now I need to trim this down. This one I am going to mat, so I want to make sure it is cut down to 3 7/8. I'm going to cut this a little bit here. And a little bit here. Just a hair. And then I want to cut some off the bottom. First I'm going to cut off the top. And then I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/8. There goes my cutter. I don't know why it seems to be sticking tonight. All right, so this time I'm going to mat this on some Pretty in Pink. And then again, my card base is the 5.5 by 8.5 thick basic white, scored at 4 1/4. Give that a good press down there. So we're going to take this and we're going to attach it to the Pretty in Pink. Again, you're just going to have a very thin line of that Pretty in Pink showing all the way around. And then we're going to put it on our card front. Like so. For this one, I stamped and die cut the little bunny again and the flower. So we're just going to quickly color that in. This is the Pretty in Pink. And this is the dark. I'm going to take the light and do his little ear here. and his nose, and I'm just going to give him a couple little swipes here for his cheeks. And then I'm going to take the Shy Shamrock for my stem and leaves here. I have my sentiment that I stamped and I punched out using the sign. It's the sign design punch, and it's on the last chance list. Now the last chance list was just updated on Wednesday, so yesterday I believe, and this punch was $25. It is now $20, and it's on the last chance list, so it's while supplies last. That is the sign design. It fit perfectly with my Easter's on its way, and then the grass fits perfect across that bottom edge. So it was like it was made for that grass. So we're going to attach our grass. I should have used my silicone sheet on that, but I did not. All right. We're going to take our bunny. First, let's pop up our grass. We're going to pop this up with a couple dimensionals. I'm not going right to the top because I'm going to tuck my little bunny a little bit behind my little sentiment piece here. So that's going to go there. I'm going to pop up my bunny. And I'm not going to go right to the bottom with my bunny either because it's going to be tucked behind. And where's my little, here, my little dimensionals for his ears. And then again with the flower, I just want one on the back of the flower. Do you see how it goes through the paper? That's what I was telling you. If you stamp it on the inside of your card, you'll bleed through to the back side. All right, so we're gonna just kind of slip him down there a little bit. Take our flower here, put a little adhesive on the leaf part, and just like that. I'm not going to put any of these little things, but you can, if you want to spread some around on there, you absolutely may do that. But isn't that cute? I love it with that colored background. Look at the difference. So cute. Either way, but I thought I would brighten it up a little bit by coloring in my flowers on the background there. So the next print, we got 3 left here. We're going to use this one right here. This time we're going to keep this one at 4, and we're going to cut it down to 5 1/4. Oh, I cut it a little bit further than I wanted to, but that's all right. Maybe I'll cut it down just a little bit more. Try to even that out a little bit. So I'm going to cut a little bit off the side. All right. Now, again, my card base is basic white. Fold that in half. We're going to attach that right to our card front. Although you could mat it if you wanted to put a mat behind it. I am going to do it directly to my card base. I took this Stylish Shapes banner die. You need that banner die because the Happy Easter from the Easter basket bundle, it's over here, is a little long. So you're going to want the larger framelit die from the Stylish Shapes dies. That's going to go across here. So we're going to pop that up with some dimensionals. All right, and then we're going to, you can do it however far down, up you want it to go. I'm going to put it about right there. I added a strip of the Shy Shamrock. This is like, I think, a half an inch. Just added it behind that Stylish Shapes banner. Then from the paper, I hand cut some flowers. So these are from the paper pack. Just another print in the pack. I was wondering if I went too high up with my dimensional, but we can fix that. Perfect. So then I'm going to pop these 3 up with dimensionals. Let's see how these will go. Those can slide good. All right, so I'm going to start kind of over to the side here. And then we'll put this one over to this side. And then this one in the center, kind of overlapping them all a little bit, like so. And these, I will put my little, I'll decorate it up a little bit with my little Easter assortment here. And then I think I'll add little Easter eggs to my sentiment. Like that. How cute is that? And if you didn't want Happy Easter, you could put Happy Birthday. Use another stamp set that has a sentiment in that you would like. Put that on there. So the next one, we're going to do this one right here. We're going to trim this down to 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. We are going to lose a little bit of the flowers on the edges, but that's okay. And then, do I want to cut off the top or the bottom? I think I'll trim the top down here a little bit to 3 7/8. Now this one is going to be matted on a piece of shaded Shy Shamrock. So we're going to attach that. So you're going to have just a little bit of that Shy Shamrock peeking around the edge. Card base again is the basic white thick. When I'm all done, I'll show you all 6 that we got from that one sheet. Put this on the front. Now I kept this one super easy, super simple, just because it already had so much scenery going on. So I have my little sentiment strip. I use the Stylish Shape dies on that one as well, but you can use the 3 banner punch and get the same. Use this one right here and you get the same. It just doesn't have the dotted border on it. No biggie. And then I have a couple little bunnies here. So we're going to pop this up. We have down our driveway bunnies like crazy in the bushes. And it's so cold here, but they're like burrowing down under the bushes. And so this card kind of made me think of all those little bunnies that are in down our driveway in the bushes. So you could center this, or you can put it like off to the side, like so. And then I thought I would pop up these little bunnies because we got so many bunnies. So you can do a couple bunnies, you could do lots of bunnies, or you could just do one bunny if you just like one little bunny. But I just thought that was a super cute little card with these little bunnies. I know when the girls see this, because every time they come up the driveway, they look for the little bunnies in they're beside our driveway. We have like in the summertime, there's like they're in like the raspberry bushes. They're hiding in the raspberry bushes. So I don't, it's totally up to you whether you want one bunny or two bunnies. I think it is just adorable. And then I'm going to put our little gingham Easter eggs here. Okay, where's mine? It flipped on me. Okay, there we go. So cute. So there's that little one. Now this is the last print. So I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/8. Let's see. I'm going to cut a little bit off the top first, I think. And then I'll cut it down to 5 1/8. Can't wait to get my club package and get started. This is so cute. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this down to 3 7/8. All right, so I'm done with that. See, here's all the little trimmings. So this one sheet wonder, you do have a little bit of waste, more than I normally have when I do a one sheet wonder. But I couldn't resist to do my one sheet wonder with this paper because it was like it was made to be made into one sheet wonder cards. So my card base, again, last card is the thick basic white. We're going to mat this on the blue this time. So we're going to have a little blue. It's the balmy blue. We're going to, and then we're going to put that on our card front. Like so. So now for this one, I brought in my little crumb cake bunnies again, and a carrot. And then this time I did use the 3 banner punch instead of the stylish shape, and it says Happy Spring. So let me get my dimensionals here. I had to stamp and die cut the carrot because of the little carrots here. I thought so cute. And then we'll get my little bunny here. Now, and we're going to do this bunny. And then I'll get my little ones, the little dimensionals. And we're going to put dimensional on the end of our carrot here. So with these bunnies, you have an option. Because they're crumb cake, you really don't see. I think you can kind of see it. But I took the Pretty in Pink, and I did go over top when it is on the crumb cake. Only, but this is something if you want to or not. And I just did his little nose. You can also do the little cheeks. But what it does is it comes out a little bit like a brownish color. But after it dries, it does pinken up a little bit. So it does pinken. Pinken? Pinken up. So first I'm going to put my sentiment strip on. And we're going to put that towards the bottom. We're going to kind of center that down here, I think. And then I'm going to just trim up my shaded spruce, or shaded spruce, shy shamrock. I'm going to take my little bunny here. And we're going to just attach him, kind of slide his little feet underneath there a little bit. I probably put my dimensional too high. Then we're going to take the bigger bunny. And we're going to put him up here. And then we're going to do the carrot. And we're going to just attach that like that right there. And then I'm just going to come in with the yellow ones. And this looks a little bit crooked. Let me see if I can move that just a hair. There we go. So I'm going to just put a couple of these yellow dots on here. Like so. Isn't he adorable with his little barrel of carrots? So cute. So here's my prototype. I did one bunny. So you have your choice. One bunny or two bunnies. And then we have this one. And then this one. And then this one. The girls are going to love that one. That one to me is screaming my granddaughters. And then that. And see how that little trim of like blue or the pink or the shy shamrock just kind of makes it pop too. Love that. They all turned out, I think, so super cute. But those are my 6 cards from that one 12x12 sheet of the Easter Joy Specialty Designer Series paper. If you are in my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club, this is part of your kit this month. You're going to get the download project sheet. In your kit, there are 8 different cards, 4 different designs. You're going to create 2 of each design. Let's see. If you want to join my One Sheet Wonder Club and get the Thursday night One Sheet Wonders, there's a link under the video for that. If you would like to join my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club, I will have a link under the video for that as well. If you don't want to join the club, but you want the download project sheet, email me and I will send you a PayPal invoice. Just fill out the contact me form with your email address, name, and that you want the February 5 One Sheet Wonder project using Easter Joy. That is it for tonight. If you need any of these supplies, under the video it says click either shop with me or click on any of the links and it will bring you to my online store. I have a list of all the products that I use for tonight there. I do appreciate any and all orders. If you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell in the upper right hand corner so you always know when I go live. That is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.